Done really well. What do you think, Carl? You think you've done well?
I think I've done alright compared to some of my mates.
What are they doing now?
Probably not that much. Do you know what I mean? Mrs Matthews said I wouldn't be an high flyer. I think I'm doing alright.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I have a holiday every year. Got somewhere to live and that.
Yeah. Got a new flat, haven't you?
Yeah,
So where are they then, the condoms? Did she show them to her family and friends?
No,
Take them into work? Look what
I'm
Carl got
surprised she told Ricky, actually. I was a bit disappointed in that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go shouting around.
Well, she was so
I got.
excited, Carl, clearly. She was just so pleased and proud.
Alright, play a record. So, well, first of our regular features with Carl, we've got Rockbusters. That's rolling. There's people coming in. They're getting them right. I don't understand it myself.
As ever, Rick, you'll be amazed and confounded.
So I don't know the answer, and I haven't looked at the answers. I just like that moment. It's like when you go down Christmas and you're excited about a present, and it's like some condoms. You know what I mean? Well, I love that. Yeah. Right.
I don't know how he's going to top that next year.
I don't know how he's going to top that. All I can think of is some corn plasters. Right.
It's alright, love, the batteries are included.
Got you a pumice stone. Right, now, do we need them?
Do we need them? It's something we started a few weeks ago. We're always talking about animals and insects and that. And it's like, you know, if you took an animal out of the world, would we have problems? Right?
Would it make any difference?
Yeah, would it make any difference?
We
That's
did
what-
jellyfish last time, didn't we?
Yeah,
We sorted that out.
The woman said we've got to keep them.
We do need them, because turtles eat them.
Yeah. So, I've moved on. Octopus.
Do we need the octopus?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
I'm working through a load of animals, right, that, and finding out whether we need them or not, right?
Right.
Because, like, jellyfish, to me, I'm a bit puzzled by them. I don't really know why we need jellyfish, and I spoke to some
Turtles
expert.
eat them.
What?
Turtles eat them.
Yeah, I know, but do we need turtles? Do you know what I mean? It goes on and on, doesn't
We
it?
need humans.
Well, you know, I mean, I might get to that bit, but
Yeah.
I need to sort out the animals first. I've got a lot on. So, the thing is, I've left the jellyfish. We know we need them, right?
Right.
So, octopus,
Yeah.
right, I know they're pretty brainy.
Incredibly brainy.
A story that I heard, I don't know if it's true, but there was some science lab somewhere, right,
Yeah.
where they had some octopus in it, and they had some crabs.
Yeah.
And at night, the octopus was like getting a bit bored on its own in the dark and that, and they sort of come alive in the dark, don't they?
Yeah.
They like the dark.
Yeah.
And the octopus had its eye on the crabs, and at night when it's dark, it was getting out of its little cage, crawling along the floor, getting in the crab's cage, getting them out and eating them.
I don't doubt it. We put jam jars with the lids on with crabs in, and they'll open the jam jar and...
You're joking?
Yeah.
Even I sometimes struggle with them.
Yeah, you don't do it... you don't do it really, really tight, but...
Oh, right, so they're not that clever then.
Well, they would, if they were strong enough, they'd open it, but they're just not that strong.
Oh, that's mad. Right, I also know that if they get hungry, they eat their own legs.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're deaf.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
they don't live very long.
They can squash themselves into small jugs.
Oh yeah, they go in a demi-john through the narrow neck and that.
Why do they need to do that?
Because they're the sort of crevices and holes that they're hunting for crabs and things through.
So, would they be better if they were smaller? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. But octopus then, if Noah said to you, you know, we're having a clear out,
Yeah.
we've got too many animals to look after and that in the sea, taking up too much room,
Right.
do we need them?
I think there's other less useful things in the sea than octopus. Limpets, they could go.
Limpets?
Yeah, they just sit on a rock and do nothing for 50 years.
But they're not getting in the way then, how big are they?
Oh, not very big.
Yeah, you see, I might come round sick of seeing these limpets, whereas octopus, you know, crawling about, opening jam jars and that.
You'd never see them though, they're really rare.
Well,
We get 2 or 3 caught a year, it's quite amazing.
do we need them?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Well, we'll just have to keep them then.
that Carl can confuse a scientist.
Yeah. Yeah, because all systems of logic break down.
I know,
Everything they've ever
even the
learned.
scientist was going, well, get rid of limpets.
Yeah.
That
Now,
is
who was
brilliant.
that guy?
I think his name was Chris.
And where was he from?
In a place called Megavissi, where I went one year.
Megavissi.
And he's a scientist, is he?
I think he's got a fish shop or something like that.
He's got a fish shop.
No, he doesn't.
Well, like an aquarium type place.
Oh, right.
So,
A fish shop.
It wouldn't
fish and chip shop.
It wouldn't be past him that he, a Winkle store. He's got a Winkle store at Poole Harbour.
Yeah, that's an expert.
Oh dear.
what have you learnt from that then?
Well, that we don't know whether they're deaf or not because the bloke in the chip shop couldn't confirm it. They eat their own legs. Think of
That's
that,
a bit weird.
isn't it?
They eat their own legs.
They eat their own legs if they get hungry.
Right.
And they grow back, don't they?
I think so. Yeah.
If you eat one, they don't grow back.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can put them in little jars and that. If you wanted to.
Yeah.
It's just a bit weird, isn't it? It's like no, but do you know, like, you know, people have a go about being cruel to animals and that. But what he was saying there is, right, what they've watched an octopus do, they've got hold of a crab, right? So that'll be being stressed out because it's out of the water.
Yeah.
They've then stressed it out even more by putting it in a jar,
Right.
which he didn't like. And then an octopus is crawling about on the jar,
Yeah.
and the crab knows that the octopus wants to eat it. Right? So then it's having more threats
Yeah.
because of that, and then they let the octopus eat it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty.
Do we need crabs?
Do them next week, yeah.
Well, I want to sort out snails first.
Right. What's your pitch for snails? What do you know about snails?
I know that bats eat them. They can sleep for 13 years.
Right.
Can you believe that?
He said to me, snails can sleep for 13 years. And I went, right. He went, oh, thing is though, if it was a scientist and he was, you know, he was looking at it and he put it in a quiet place, it might well doze off. He said it wouldn't be the same if it lived on the streets. And then we went on to a whole thing about homeless. He wants to do a game show with celebrities being homeless for a week.
What do you think?
Actually, I've got to say, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad, is it?
No.
Right, do you know how, like, Lenny Henry went to the jungle,
Yeah.
right? And you've got who else did it?
Joanna Lumley,
Joanna
the
Lumley
others I'm-
made slippers out of a bra, right? So I'm thinking, like, get a celebrity and say to him, no, just because. I'll tell you why, right? I'll tell you why all this came about. When I was walking back from that Christmas meal that I bought my girlfriend for 150 quid,
Lest we forget.
right? I was walking down Mortimer Street and there was an homeless fella there, and it was like, oh, you know, it's really, really bad. But the weird thing is, it was about, I don't know, probably about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, about 9,
Right.
and he was asleep. And I just thought, do homeless people ever think, do you know, I think I'll have an early one tonight? Right, that's what got me thinking. It's a bit weird, the whole lifestyle of it, the
Yeah.
fact that he had an early one.
So, what if it's a bit weird that he's sleeping not in a home, but on the street?
No, it's just that if I was
Interesting.
homeless, I'd probably stay up quite late because it's not nice. Do you know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
Just being homeless isn't a good thing, is it?
No.
People forget how bad it is,
Yeah.
right?
But surely sleeping gets you out of reality. They sleep because they're tired, they can't sleep very well, so they need all the sleep they can get.
Yeah, but sleeping's nice if you've got a nice big bed.
What, you think they can go, I'll stay up, I'll go to bed at 2, I'll go straight to sleep and I'll pop up at 8 when the alarm clock goes off?
Well, that's just what I was thinking, right? So I was thinking how bad it is, and it's, you know, especially this time of the year, you know.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's the
really
worst thing.
And to sort of give it some publicity and get a bit of help behind it, get celebrities, someone like Phil Mitchell, maybe,
Yeah.
off EastEnders,
Yeah.
who's a big fella, he can look after himself, put him in a shop doorway,
Right.
have some cameras set far away in a building or something,
Yeah.
they can film him,
Right.
and it's up to him how he raises money for food to eat.
He could sign autographs.
Well, they wouldn't know him though, would they? Because you never look
Who
at a
could you
homeless
get? You
person.
get, what's her name? Gail
You
Porter,
Yeah.
Gabby Roslin,
Right, yeah.
Narinda from Big Brother.
Yeah.
Who else would do it?
I got a game show
Les
idea
Dennis,
called,
I reckon,
I
would
got
do
a game show idea called On the Game.
XFM.
brand new feature I've just done. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. You see, you say Ricky Gervais doesn't put any work into the show. He's just done that.
I'm
going
going to tell Carl some amazing facts from the world of science, nature, politics. 4 are real. 1 is absolutely ridiculous. That's ridiculous, right? 5 facts. Right, 1 is totally made up. Alright?
Just do 3. 3 and
Oh, well,
one.
there's... Okay, right, oh, let's see, what shall I do then? There are more moves...
carefully planned.
There are more moves possible in a game of chess than there are particles in the universe. You can't get any colder than liquid nitrogen. I think it's minus 273. You can't, it's impossible to get colder than that. The honey badger has got skin so loose that if you grabbed it by the neck, it could come away from its skin, turn round and bite you out of its anus.
That's ridiculous. Right, Rockbusters then, wrapping it up.
It needs some work, that game, but I see it's got a lot of mileage.
Right, here we go then. The first one, £42 for a torch. That's a bit pricey.
Go on.
That was D.
Yeah.
That was Daylight.
Wait, I thought delight, and I thought it doesn't work.
second one.
I thought delight doesn't work.
Second one.
There's no one, no, wait.
Second one was.
No, Carl, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but if we're going to continue with this feature, you've got to tweak them a bit, right? People have got it. We've had loads of emails, more than ever. So, do you know what I mean? Let them decide. If they don't like it, they won't email in, but they're loving it. Right?
They've all come from the same institution.
Go on.
It'll fit some chocolate to your feet. That was A. That was Aerosmith. Right?
Aerosmith. You've
Yeah.
heard of a blacksmith?
But a smith is just a workman. It doesn't necessarily. No, you can have anything. You can have a locksmith. A smith doesn't just mean it does shoes.
Right. Do you think? You
Aero cobbler would have worked. Unfortunately, there isn't a band called Aero Cobbler.
Get ready with a winner. Do you think your kid will get that strawberry for me? That's Wilson Pickett.
Wilson Pickett.
Have you got a winner?
I'll give you that.
I have to say that I don't know if these guys have won in the past, but they were the first people to email in. I mean, normally I just give it to anyone, but these guys, literally, you've given the clues,
people
Carl.
get
I'm
Aerosmith?
amazed. Everyone seemed to get Aerosmith. Everyone got D-Light. Everyone got Wilson Pickett. I'm absolutely stunned. You know, they deserve it. They deserve the junk. Prizes.
Right.
So we'll give it to Jonathan and Louise, who, as I say, may have won in the past, but as I say, they were very, very quick. You've got to beat them if you want to win. And they're from Wrexham.
Brilliant.
So good luck to them.
So
I
that's
hope
that
they
then.
enjoy Jerry's yoga diet.
Back next week then. Yeah?
See you later.
See ya. Bye.
Cheers.
Hello, and welcome back to the first in the 3rd series of the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello there. And the fool, the round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
Alright.
We've been away filming our 2nd series of extras, leaving Carl to his own devices in a sweltering London. We've had a heat wave here in the capital city, haven't we, Carl?
It's been alright.
It's been up to 100 degrees, record-breaking temperatures.
Yeah.
What have you been doing though?
Sort of enjoyed it a little bit. Was out and about,
Yeah?
getting to see the place, having loads of walks. And that I like to have walks. You know, watching what
Like
people
a
are
dog.
doing.
Yeah! When he jumps off the couch and starts scratching against the door, Suzanne thinks it's time.
It's just good thinking time though, isn't it? As well, having a walk. You've got no other clutter going on around you. And you
Right.
just think about a lot of stuff. And you know, like say with the weather being hot and stuff, a lot of insects knocking about.
Right.
So I've just been watching them.
so while we've been filming a TV show, you've been watching insects.
Yeah, just seeing, because everybody knows insects are out there, but no one's keeping an eye on them.
what are they up to? What are you worried about?
Loads of Steve, you wouldn't be laughing like that if you'd watch them, because they do some weird stuff and that is what I mean.
What
sort of stuff? Any examples?
I saw a bee have a heart attack.
You saw a bee have a heart attack.
Yeah.
How were you sure it was a heart attack?
Because what happened? I'd been.
Did it clutch its chest with all 6 legs?
No, I'd
Were there
sort
some
of-
other little bee paramedics?
No, I'd just been out in the park anyway, just looking at caterpillars knocking about, butterflies and stuff. So I was sort of aware.
So when Suzanne goes to work, she goes, Carl, don't you waste the day. Just because you don't work at the radio station anymore, I want you to do some constructive stuff. And you go, yeah, I am, yeah. And so in your head suddenly goes... and he goes out, oh, there's a moth.
But the thing is, so I'd been in the park and I was aware of the insects that are around us more than like most of the time. And I come out of the park, just crossing like sort of a busy road and what have you, and I saw this bee to the right of me, sort of in the air, and it was a big one, and I was a bit like, oh, let's watch that. And it just fell. It fell from the air in front of me, and it was on the pavement. And I thought, oh, what's going on here? And I looked at it for a bit, and it was really still. Gave it a little kick, just to see if there was any movement. Nothing. Stone sort of, what's the saying? Stone cold dead.
Yeah! Stone cold bee dead.
So,
yeah.
that
I like the fact that this bee suddenly saw Carl and had a heart attack.
Yeah.
It'd never seen anything that round before.
Yeah.
It just thought, it approached him because he thought it was a sunflower.
My God, it's a giant walking orange. Every dream has come true.
No, but it just summed up life for me. I thought that's like us, isn't it? At the end of the day, they have heart attacks, stress.
You put it down to stress, do you?
Well, it's in London, isn't it? You know, everything has stresses from living here.
And they are bald, aren't they? They've got fur all over, but they lose the...
And always overweight.
It was a fat, bald bee!
So what did you... It fell to the floor and you instantly... You just kicked it, you didn't attempt
No, I
to
waited
revive
a second
it.
and just looked at it to see if there was any, leg movement or wing. And there was nothing. And then when I sort of kicked it, it was sort of hard. It had hardened already. It's just...
Rigor mortis had
set in.
Did it put you in a bad mood for the day? Because I know things like that can just send you over the edge for the day.
Death and that does a bit. Suzanne doesn't like me talking about death.
What riveting conversations do you come up with?
No, just things like one of our mates has had a baby recently, and I just was saying, oh, when that's sort of our age, we'll nearly be dead.
Think of that.
That's the first thing he says, there's a new life brought into the world.
I know!
But when he's our age, we'll be dead.
Yeah!
No, it's
Maybe
weird.
they'll let you do the speech at the christening.
Yeah, it's just, so like I say, just insect life and that, it's interesting.
You say it's interesting, but do you care about really finding out about them? Do you really care about what bees do or what ants do? You look at them and you make up your own world. For example, it had a heart attack, it's stress, it's overweight. You know nothing. I could probably... Why don't you look something up? Honeybees are fascinating. Honeybees, they've been around making honey for 100 million years. That's incredible. Their wings beat over 11,000 times a minute.
And he's thinking, no wonder I had a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly. But then, in fact, do you know bees, like ants, are actually like specialised wasps. They're sort of developed from the same
Family. Family, like.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
Doesn't surprise you, though. Does it interest you in any way?
Well, everything's linked to something, isn't it? It's like how they say we're from monkeys and that.
Yeah.
It's all the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've been watching loads of stuff. I've had a lot of moths in the house. They're sort of sad.
I mean, you say it like it was a garden party.
No,
Yeah.
it's just all these things. You look at them. I mean, you go into the scientific bit saying, it likes honey or whatever.
It doesn't like honey. The reason they store honey is to get them through the winter when there's not like nectar, or nectar's hard to get and they store it. And they store too much, which is why we can skim a little bit off the top. We're like agents.
Yeah, well, but all I'm saying is I look at more about what its life is like. As
Well, no,
opposed
you
to...
don't. You don't. You guess. You make it up. You don't look into it at all.
No, but you can. A bit of guesswork is you're pretty close to the truth most of the time.
Why? What do you mean? That statement sums you up. A bit of guesswork is pretty close to the truth.
Because if you watch something long enough, is what I'm saying, you can see that it's a bit clueless. It's the same way about ants, or they're hard workers and all that. I watch one; it's going back and forth all the time. They go one way and then they stop and go the other way. They try to look busy in front of the mates, but if you watch one long enough, it's back and forwards, and it's like it's done nothing there.
I'm going to carry this twig back and forth until I can knock off at 4.
There's a lot of that going on.
Is there?
Because there's none of that going on.
There is. No, like I say, the moth, depressing little sort of thing.
Why is it depressing?
Just the way it hasn't got eyes, has it? You just look at it, and it doesn't know what's going on. I just don't. I think if you haven't got eyes, you shouldn't have wings.
That's a rule. If we could put that into practice.